Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am finally going to finish this Christmas tree quilt top that we've been working on for a while. All I have to do is sew these 3 rows together. I mean, that's going to take a couple of minutes, yet I have dragged my feet about finishing it because I have so many other projects, and I just like working on some more than others. But we're going to finish this. I'm going to sew this together. Look how cool it's going to look. I mean, I just like it very much. Then I'll be taking pictures of it and putting it on eBay, and the bidding will start at 1 penny with free shipping for USA. Outside the USA, we'll have to pay shipping. It's going to be this little quilt top only. It's not going to be a finished quilt. You will have to add a backing, batting, do whatever you want with it. If you don't want an actual little quilt, I don't know, you could make a big Santa bag out of it. I actually had a Santa bag for Derek when he was a kid, and he loved that. It was under the tree, but we had gifts under the tree, but the Santa bag was just always empty, and that bag would have gifts in it in the morning. And this is a pretty big bag. You can fit some good gifts in there. All right, let me sew these 3 rows together. Yes, I know, this is upside down. I'm going to be trimming it, and I just wanted to show you how I'm going to do that. I don't know what I did for trimming on these blocks. I don't know if I did any, like maybe just a little bit to even up an edge or something. But I didn't trim them to any particular size. And so you can see that this row is shorter. So what I did is I put it centered as much as I could. So there's like a 1/2 inch there and a 1/2 inch on this edge. Now I'm just going to flip this over like this. Let me straighten it out. And then just to make it easier to trim, I'm going to just trim this off following this edge with my ruler and rotary cutter. Now it's going to be a little longer than my short ruler. Where is it? Let's look. Look at that. I've got it made. So that's all I'm going to do is put it next to the edge and trim that off. And then I might have to do some more trimming when I put the next row on. We'll see. This side, nice and even. This side, nice and even. So let me put the 3rd row on. And now, because this is trimmed, this row is trimmed, we've got the same thing going on, but maybe a little bit more left over. So I'm going to try to start sewing there. And I've left about the same amount on this end, and then I'll trim again. And you can see we have the same thing going on. This one's a little wider than here, but that's okay because we didn't have any intersections that we had to match. It's just so much easier. You know, sometimes we make things more difficult than they need to be. You don't have to lay this out on a table somewhere and then do all the cutting, like the whole length. Fold it up. I'm trimming right there. This is actually very easy to do. And I'll do the same on that side right there. And it's done. And before I forget, it measures about 29 wide by 35 tall. Now, if you are interested in the Santa bag idea, you could just back it with some muslin or whatever fabric you want if you want a really big bag. If you don't care to have a big bag, you could just fold this in, you know, obviously with the print side out, but you could fold it and just sew down one seam and the end, and then you'd have that size bag. You can also cut this up if you want. You can do anything you want with it. I love the Santa bag idea. This would also make a good pet bed for a big dog. You know, just come up with some ideas. But remember, you're getting this quilt top only. It's not going to be a quilt. If you want it as a small quilt, you have to back it yourself, add the batting, do whatever you want. You could just back it with flannel and, you know, do some little bit of quilting just to hold it together a little bit. But I really like the way it came out. I wish my sewing room was not so filled with projects. I mean, things are like stacked. I'm not doing a good job of decluttering. Good God, I'm not even showing you the rest of the room. I just thought I would, but no, I've decided against it. Thank you so much for watching. The auction link is in the description. Go bid on this if you think you might like to win it. And I will be back with more soon. Oh, there's scrap packs still available. I'll link to that in the description also. Bye.